Hello and welcome back. BGP supports 5 different message types: open, update, keep alive, notification, and route refresh. As soon as BGP is enabled on a router, it tries to bring up a TCP session to the remote router on port 179. Once the TCP session is up, open messages are exchanged. An open message contains AS number of the speaker who is originating the connection, a BGP version which is currently version 4, a hold time which it proposes, which is negotiated between the peers, and minimum hold time is accepted, a router ID which can be configured on a Junos router, or it picks up the IP address of the first interface it sees as the router ID, and it stays the same between all the BGP connections, and any optional parameters, for example, route refresh capabilities. Now, once the TCP is up and BGP session is also up between the neighbors, an update message is sent. Update messages contain network layer reachability information, NLRI, IP addresses of the prefixes that are reachable through BGP, or in other words, they are called feasible routes. In the header, there is a field for feasible routes length and feasible routes. So it specifies in the header how many feasible routes an update message is sending, and then it carries the feasible routes themselves. An update message also contains path attributes. Path attributes include mandatory and non-mandatory attributes. We will discuss path attributes in detail and how we can configure them and how path attributes affect the route selection in upcoming videos. An update message also contains withdrawn routes. Withdrawn routes can be for any reason. For example, a route is not reachable anymore, or a peer stopped advertising a route, then that will also come up as a withdrawn route in an update message. Keep alives are sent once the BGP is established periodically as configured. As per RFC, keep alive messages must be sent 1/3 of the negotiated hold time. For example, if peers negotiate a hold timer of 180 seconds, then keep lives will be sent every 60 seconds. And if a peer does not receive any keep alive message within the hold timer, it will declare the neighbor down. After receiving a keep alive message, the hold timer is refreshed. Notification messages are only sent when there is any error condition. For example, after the TCP connection is established, BGP is trying to bring up a neighbor and a wrong AS number is received from the neighbor. An error code of open message error will be generated with a bad AS as the subcode, and the reason for error will be a bad AS is received from the remote peer. In addition to open, update, keep alive, and notification messages, there are optional route refresh messages which are only sent if a capability of route refresh is negotiated between the peers. If route refresh capability is negotiated between the peers, in case of any change in the routing policy, there is no hard reset required. Instead, a new update will be sent and received, and the routes will be accepted or rejected as per the new policy. That's it for the message types. We will go through all these message types and we will see them in action when we start configuring BGP in the upcoming videos.